So about 6 months ago, I met up with Adam from PsychedSubstance, where we traveled the South Island of New Zealand, and in this video we took a bunch of questions from my Instagram and answered them. Follow me at your mate Tom3. By the way guys, if you are looking to substitute weed or tobacco and want a more organic, healthier, herbal blend alternative, whether it's smoking a joint out of it, making a tea or going vape nation style, then go check out bearblend.com and use the code word yourmatetom, all one word, for a 10% discount. But anyways guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to leave a like, share it with a friend, and click on that notification bell. YouTube can be a little bit dodgy sometimes. Anyways, peace out guys.
Hey guys, we're doing a Q&A today. Okay. How much acid did you take, bro?
Just half a tab.
Okay. Do you think tripping hard is fun?
How hard?
Really hard.
That's like every DMT trip.
It can
be and it can't be. It is and it isn't.
It would just be the extreme, either really, really good or really, really bad.
Yeah, true.
How many fourth graders could you fight off before you got overwhelmed?
Well, if you look at our height difference here, how tall are you?
183 centimeters.
What's that in American?
I have no idea, man. I use the metric system.
We're Googling this. Are you 6'1"?
Apparently.
Shit. Well, I'm only 5'5". So like, what grade are they in?
Fourth grade. So they're 10 around?
10.
Yeah, how many 10-year-olds could you fight before you got overwhelmed?
So a 10-year-old that's going to grow to the average height, which is like 5'11". Depends what country you're in, right? 5'10". Would probably be close to my height.
I like how you're giving this careful thought.
Yeah, no, this is a serious question. So like, they might be 5 feet tall, actually, a 10-year-old. So they'd be like up to here on me, right?
What technique would you use? Would you like be kicking, punching?
Like, it would literally be the same as people my height attacking Tom. I mean, with less muscle mass, of course, or intelligence, I hope. Unless I'm tripping, then I'm probably dumber than a fourth grader. But imagine I'm really skinny, and people my height are coming at you. How many of those could you fight off?
I don't know. I don't want to overestimate, maybe 5 if one of them didn't have like martial arts training or something.
Yeah, no martial arts training, just like coming at you.
And they didn't work together intelligently, and they strategized, and yeah, I don't know, maybe 5.
You are really discrediting fourth graders. Yeah, they could definitely work together intelligently. They're in sports teams.
Come at me, bro.
None.
None? Not even one?
No, I wouldn't fight them. I would use the power of
running away.
Like, what do they have? Do they have knives?
No, no knives.
No knives.
And they're Westerners.
Oh, Westerners.
Yeah, Westerners.
Okay, now we're getting a little more specific.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't want to hurt them. That's the first thing I think, because I don't want to hurt a kid. That's ridiculous. So I would try my best to kind of like disarm the situation without fighting. But if I had no choice and I had to knock them out, 5 to 10.
5 to 10?
5 to 10.
Wow.
Yeah, I took martial arts.
Did you?
No, I did, yeah.
What martial arts?
I did jiu-jitsu and goju karate.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Remind me not to mess with you then.
I'm honestly not that tough though. But I know how to end something quickly if I have to.
I like how we're spending so much time with this question.
Like for this scenario, how would I end it quickly?
Yeah.
Well, I'm imagining they're running at me, right? So they're small, so I have more strength than them. So I'm really just going to hold them and hammer fist them in the nose, because then their eyes are going to hold water, and the nose is going to leak with blood, and they're going to drop to the ground. So like if Tom was one of them, they'd come at me. I've got to do this. You're short. You got to be shorter. Yeah. You just use the hammer fist. Boom. If you smack the nose, you're done. As soon as your nose, when you're that young, yeah. Okay. What would you do, Chris?
Punch him in the throat.
In the throat, though?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna hold them and punch them in the throat? Because you need some accuracy.
Just a quick short jab.
But they're small. They're probably gonna like fast when they're that little.
Maybe
too.
a back fist with a spin.
Chris is fancy. So I'm gonna go with the practicality of just a downward hammer fist, because you have gravity on your side too. When they're shorter.
And it hurts less on your hand as well.
Yeah, you don't have to risk breaking the
more
knuckles.
cushions. Yeah.
Yeah. When you're throwing punches, it's way harder to aim. Like you think that, just move your head a little bit. Then they're like dodge the punch, all right? Tom can't dodge a punch.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Punches are overrated. Now, like, dodge this. Even if I miss, I'm still hitting something, which is gonna hurt. Sorry. Anyway,
Adam's abusing me.
I want to do this now. Give me these kids.
Fucking bring it on. Have you tried peyote / San Pedro?
No. I've tried synthesized mescaline with a very high purity level.
Yeah.
But peyote and San Pedro are kind of a mix of alkaloids.
Yeah.
Especially peyote is more of a mix. So
peyote is more potent.
Well, it's probably more of a mix too. It's not just mescaline.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't tried them.
blah blah blah
Blah blahs, blah blahs, blahs, blahs. Bot ring.
Why is he such a sick cunt? Just so, for those un-Australians out there, sick cunt is a term of endearment. So why are you such a sick cunt, Adam?
I wouldn't really define myself as a sick cunt. Some people think that I'm like someone that I'm not. In my mind, I see myself very different than other people do. Well, some people see me as pathetic, like a junkie, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not talking for everyone, but the people who think I'm a sick cunt, I love the compliment, thank you. It's amazing to be a sick cunt. But yeah, it's probably just because I take risks and you don't.
Yeah.
And you see someone who takes risks as like someone to idolize, but it's really not.
Because people project a lot and they forget that, you know, you're human, like everybody.
Yeah, no, I'm just another, honestly, this isn't like some fake modesty where I'm secretly thinking, yeah, I'm a sick cunt.
I'm a sick cunt.
No, just another dude. Like, really, just another dude trying to live.
And tips to cope with anxiety before DMT?
Is this the same guy?
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, so he probably thinks I'm a sick cunt because of DMT.
Right.
Now it's making sense.
It all makes sense now.
That's a hard one. Like, I mean, that's an entire video.
Yeah.
I can't really answer that. I can make a video on it though. I mean, just a few short words would just be, remember to breathe. Breathing's huge. When you start panicking, just breathe. I've said this before, but you can even count your breaths. If you start following thoughts that are nasty or you know, confusing, that's usually when it gets scary. So whenever that happens, just keep reminding yourself, breathe.
And let go.
That's how you let go, though.
Yeah.
Just breathe. Just don't think about thoughts. It's hard to not think about thoughts, but yeah, that's the best tip I can give.
How do you feel about tripping with your significant other? Is it usually beneficial for your relationship, or are there times when maybe not so much?
Yeah, I guess it can be.
Yeah.
Times when there's not. Yeah, definitely. You just have to make sure that you're both on the same page beforehand.
Yeah.
Like some people try it and one of them doesn't really want to trip and they're just doing it to please their partner.
I feel like that's the same with me in the past, because I used to be like more pushy with it.
It's not worth it.
No, it's not.
But if you're both like in the same headspace and it's something that you both want to experience, and of course you do it safely, then you're gonna be good. But a lot of people, don't do it safely.
Has Adam ever visited the Kaaay-HOLE?
No.
Neither have
No,
I. Sounds horrible.
I love the new research coming out that talks about how ketamine is actually helping people, not as a cure, but just as a really good band-aid
As a treatment.
for depression. So that's really cool. That spurs me to want to try it in the same therapeutic dose that they're trying. And these guys are actually tripping, by the way. You watch the documentaries. Like, they're not just getting microdoses, they're really feeling it. So I am curious to try it, but don't really care for Kaaay-HOLE.
Someone who I interviewed, Shane Moss, is a comedian. He actually did the whole treatment. Yeah, full on.
Wow.
But it didn't. From what I hear, it doesn't help long term, but it can help with the symptoms short term. So if you're drowning, you can act as a life-saving raft. You know?
Double hat.
Have you or Adam tried dabs? I have not. Have you?
Yes, I've tried dabs. It wasn't for me. It was way too intense. I don't know if people do that and enjoy it. Maybe it was just high THC content. I don't know. Not like a weed guy, really.
Yeah. Would you both ever try the complete 5-MeO DMT experience?
What's that?
I don't know. I think the ego death one. I'm assuming that's what he means.
Like with the woman screaming and that one little clip? I don't really have any interest in it, eh? Not at all. But I try it. Maybe one day. I don't like just saying no to things, but it's not something that I'm really looking for.
Adam, have you thought about doing traveling vlogs?
Yeah, I guess this.
Yeah.
It's fun. The streets of Queenstown. I'm kind of fading out, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
This
has been the biggest Q&A mission I've ever experienced in my life. Usually this is like the easiest type of videos to do.
The heat has made it so the camera keeps dying and we have to keep messing with the settings so it doesn't overheat. Yeah, cameras overheat in the sun.
Do you think taking psychedelics at 14 is safe?
No.
No.
Never. Stupid question.
Yeah.
If you're 14 and you ask that, please wait till your brain develops more.
How would both your lives be different if you never got into psychs?
You start.
It's hard to say, but they definitely gave me a little bit of a head start and gave me a little bit more self-awareness.
A head start on what?
In terms of looking at myself in a more critical way, like especially negative personality traits. Like, I'm a bit of
Oh,
a
you mean
dick
like
sometimes.
people pick this up usually later in life?
Yeah.
I think that a lot
Yeah.
of things that you learn later in life. Chris was talking about this. That his dad is
yeah.
just coming to realizations now that he's had like 3 years ago. Yeah, you pick it up earlier with psychedelics, just
Yeah.
because of how self-critical they make you.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
And it depends on the person, because some people don't need psychedelics and they learn this shit early in life, so it just
Yeah.
depends. Yeah. What about you?
Cause and effect, I guess. I mean, how the hell can I say how it would be different? Like,
Exactly.
you're just really guessing. I don't know how it would be different. I mean, for all I know, I could have taken one decision, had an up for that, and been a millionaire right now. And then taken a long time to realize just how inadequate money actually is. Or maybe never. Who the hell knows? When you actually examine where your decisions come from, or the evolution of something so simple like turning left when you were supposed to turn right, and how in some instances that actually changes the whole course of your life, it makes it so challenging to answer this question.
So in short, who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? But I guess if I had to answer it, my prediction is I'd probably be more miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in short,
I think so too.
I'd
It
be
made
more
me
miserable.
definitely more curious in exploring consciousness, and I was in a very
Yeah,
depressive rut. so-
exactly. If you look at how you were beforehand
Yeah.
versus after, that's a better question.
Yeah.
How are you different now versus before you tried them? Not how would your life be different. That's just too hard to say.
That's a good rephrasing.
Yeah.
Good job, Adam.
I was a lot more miserable, very egocentric. Now I still have ego. We all like,
You can't get rid of it. You're always going to have an
and
ego.
it's important.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I think more people who follow the spiritual path need to know. There's a reason you have ego. It is important. But what's more important is the awareness of the ego. Once you have awareness when you're acting out of ego, that's all you need, and it's so
Yeah.
simple. Like, okay, I'm aware that I'm doing this or making this choice or behaving this way because of my ego. That allows you to step back and kind of re-examine your choices,
Yeah.
and make smarter choices.
Right.
Because a lot of these ego choices are impulsive and
Yeah, so kind of having a healthy relationship with your ego.
with your really just sense of self.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you want to call it, all the same thing. Personality. It's made me happier.
Yeah.
Just because of all the learning that it forces you to do.
I relate. I was definitely very unempathetic, very cold person, and it just made me realize that the whole time I was actually a very sensitive person. I just put these extra walls.
We have the same
which
story.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Same story.
Yeah, a lot of parallels. So I was,
Yeah.
had a really big ego, very I was an
Cold.
asshole, cold,
Asshole.
asshole.
Yeah.
Drugs was my life, and
Drugs
this
was
made
my
me.
life.
It made me care about my personal
It
development.
made me care about
Yeah.
my personal development, yeah. I'm just mimicking everything you're saying.
How much LSD is needed to feel one with the universe?
Not much, really.
Some people are really sensitive, right?
Well, some people can take shit tons and never feel one.
Yep.
I've spoken about this in a recent video, LSD Risk versus Reward, where those enlightening type of trips, I would call one with the universe an enlightening trip, just to be totally clear.
Yeah.
It depends on your starting point. And if your starting point is you are already asking like big questions, thinking some pretty deep thoughts, like on the regular, to the point where it's
Yeah.
like obsessive, it's not going to take much more than like a little shove to be absorbed into the earth. But if you're somebody who never asks these questions, is really just totally satisfied with the mundane,
Yeah. And
it might never be enough LSD.
Yeah, you usually get more. Oh, I find myself, I get more and more sensitive to psychedelics. Like that 150 micrograms of 1P LSD, I had a one with the universe feeling from that.
Exactly.
And other people take like, you're a pussy, I
Get
had
more sensitive. We have to
500
hurry up.
micrograms.
Jasmine's waiting over there.
All right.
But yeah, it definitely depends. But I would say this though, just to clarify, it is possible for someone who's just obsessed with the mundane to have a trip and then start asking these questions. So that's what needs to be said. Not everybody, but a lot of people would realize that they're living their life in a pretty shitty way. So that's important too.
Yeah.
But that'll start a whole chain reaction anyway. Anyway, continue.
Yeah.
I hate finishing videos off in a rush.
That's all good.
But-
People probably like it better. But anyways, guys, just remember to like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz, and check out PsychedSubstance.
And I know my eyes are like darting around. Like this whole video, my eyes have been doing this.
because
At
people
least this
constantly
part.
walking past. It's distracting, yeah.
I am a big people watcher,
Yeah.
and when I'm filming, I'm even getting distracted watching the people as they
Yeah.
walk by. So people watch this and they think, why is Adam being so shady?
Yeah.
I'm not being shady, I'm just getting
Yeah.
ADHD, man, it's kicking in.
Yeah. And I say it's good to get out of your comfort zone like this as well anyway.
Plus it's strange answering these questions in public. But I like getting out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Next video, running naked through the streets on acid. Anyway.
Peace
Bye.
out, guys.
Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit more fun and silly than usual, but I think it's important to stray away from the more serious stuff from time to time. But that being said, if you are interested in contributing to future projects such as documentaries, short films, future collaborations, among other big projects, then I would highly encourage you guys to contribute on Patreon, even if it's as little as $2 a month. It really does go a long way. As some of you may know, making the high production documentaries and short films is very time consuming and costly, so thank you to all of those who have helped make this happen. So our focus right now, guys, is to hit our first Patreon milestone, which will not only ensure the sustainability of this channel, but also ensure more consistent high production documentaries and short films, which is really exciting because it means that we can finally start working on certain films such as the psilocybin mushroom documentary and explore the more mystical properties it has to offer, but in an informative, unbiased way, and also a documentary about the mescaline containing San Pedro cactus, but I'm sure if we work together we can make it happen. But anyways guys, thanks for watching, hope you have an awesome day, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.